and rushing. He hasn't ran for 100 yards against the Big Ten teams. He did against Indiana, but against Michigan State and Iowa, he hasn't run for over 100 yards. He hasn't even ran for over 90 yards. And even last week against Iowa, when they were getting blew out, and he got injured, Forsythe came in the game and brought him back. So I feel like he's pretty much out. And you look at the players that considered for the Heisman, they're normally players that's like top 5, top 10 in the rankings. Looking for national championship bids with no losses or one loss. And Michigan right now they already have 2, and they're probably going to lose 2 more by the end of the season.
Yeah, well, one guy I feel bad for is Ryan Mallett. I really think the way he was playing at one point, even in losses, the way he was moving that ball, and some of them throws he was making in tight spots and getting his team up and down the field, I really thought he had a really good shot at it. I hate to see the injuries he's been having these last 2 weeks. And, and the reports of the shoulder injury, I don't know how long that's going to last, because last year you lost both your top quarterbacks with shoulder injuries from Texas and Oklahoma and other places with shoulder injuries. So I feel kind of bad for him. I really want to see what he do this year, because I think he's a really good quarterback. When
you can't win go ahead.
I was going to say his game's more tailored for the professional ranks than college. Even though, he runs Petrino runs that kind of wide open type offense, which, takes advantage of his arm. But I think that a type of quarterback like that, they don't really they don't make the type of numbers that Heisman Trophy. Because look, he's a top tier, quarterback prospect, and usually those guys aren't always the Heisman Trophy winners. We've had an exception the last few years, but traditionally, they aren't that guys in the Heisman Trophy race. They want that running quarterback, that type of upper echelon type team, and Arkansas isn't that type of squad.
Well, I even got to remember with Tim Tebow. I'm still waiting on the Tim Tebow experiment. I still think he's more of a tight end. I still think he's tight end, if you ask me. But
I think he's about to become a coach.
Yeah, but one thing about Ryan Mallett, he can't win on the road. Since he's been starting the last 2 years, he only won 1 game on the road. And against the Alabama game, I think he cost himself some money there. But you look at the teams, the quarterbacks in the NFL that were in college, they pretty much did more with less than anybody. You look at Phillip Rivers, the Eli Mannings, the Aaron Rodgers, they really had no talent at the wide receiver position, just like Ryan Mallett right now. So you look at the guys that's top-tier quarterbacks in the NFL, they really don't play with top-notch talent. That's pretty much how I see Ryan Mallett. Pretty much don't have nobody but himself.
You got Auburn winning by 3 touchdowns. You said that also on the Apple G's, which we didn't play that part, but I totally disagree with that. I think Auburn goes down. It's a trend.
We can make a bet. We can make a bet on that, right?
Let's make a bet.
One of my favorite burger places in Arlington, Ray's Hell Burger. If I win, you buy me a burger from Ray's Hell Burger. But if you win, I know you being a vegan and everything, I'll buy you a portobello mushroom burger.
Let's make the deal. What's the name of the restaurant again?
Ray's Hell Burger.
What's the first name? Exactly. So, you know what? I don't like the hell part. I'll call it Heaven Burger once I get my mushroom burger, dog. So, it is what it is. But my Heisman pick, I don't have one right now. I don't like Cam Newton, and he's the number 1 person. So, it is what it is. We can move on. If you want to find Apple G's again, www.blogtalkradio.com/AppleJesus.
And every Sunday at 9 p.m. you can hear me and Fish discuss college football along with the rest of the panel on Apple G's Radio.
Eastern time.
Yeah, hopefully you guys move on to college basketball soon, because Baylor has a big recruiting class coming in. That's out there in Texas with the Apple Jesus. So I want to hear their thoughts and also your thoughts coming up here on every Sunday. I look forward to listening.
Yeah, when it comes to college basketball, you'll be hearing Ray. He's our college basketball insider.
Am I really? I'm like Joe Lenardi. I'm all about March Madness. Let's take this last and final commercial break before we close this great episode of the Urban Sports Scene.
We miss you, Fish.
For the past 2 months, my daughter Karen and I haven't been talking much.
We used to talk about everything, sports, friends.
Even girlfriends.
But lately, Jason's been, well,
I don't know.
Different. At first, I thought Kate was just being
a teen. But then one night, Patrick came home acting funny. The next day, I found a
joint in Tanya's book bag.
I can't believe my kid is taking drugs.
What do I do now?
There are others out there with the same concerns as you. Learn from their experiences at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
It's been a ride.
Actually, right now we're watching the Celtics and Miami Heat game. It's at halftime right now.
On commercial.
Yeah, the Heat have not been cohesive at all. You can really tell because Dwayne Wade not playing during the preseason has been affecting them. But since the NBA is on TV, we're going to close out the show with NBA Talk tonight. First topic of discussion for the NBA. Melo wants to be traded to New York or New Jersey. Do you think that the Wizards should make a play for him, being that he's from Baltimore?
You're darn right they should. Why go to the Knicks when there isn't any like winning talent over there? While you can come to Washington.
It's New York. It's the biggest market.
I get it, but I mean you can come to Washington, especially it's for Denver too, though. In Denver, in terms of Denver, they can get more talent, I think, than they can get from the Knicks. The Knicks, pretty much their most talented players are Amari and Raymond Felton, who they just signed. Everybody else has no true value. Maybe Randolph.
Well, let me ask you this question. Let me pose another question to you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been saying just because Carmelo he has the right to not sign an extension with whatever team he goes to.
Mm-hmm.
So he has some leverage in this. Do you think that the Denver Nuggets have any leverage at all in this?
Yes, they do. They have him under contract. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also think that they have a little bit of leverage also because if there is a lockout in the CBA, I think that if Carmelo Anthony doesn't sign a contract soon, he has the possibility of losing out to 20 to 30 million under the new CBA agreement. So I think he has to. They have to speed this thing up and he has to get a new contract extension.
Well, yeah, speaking of Melo, we talked from Melo to one of his good friends, LeBron James. We have his controversial commercial. We have it here, and I'm tempted to play the clip. Is that cool with you all?
That's cool.
Hey, play it, brother.
All right.
What should I do? Should I admit that I've made mistakes? Should I remind you that I've done this before?
Should I give you a history lesson?
What should I do? Should I tell you how much fun we had? So, this went well. Should I really believe I ruined my legacy? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Should I have my tattoo removed? Want to see my shiny new shoes? Should I just sell shoes? Shiny new shoes? Or should I tell you I am not a role model? Hi, Chuck. Seriously, what should I do? Should I tell you I'm a championship chaser? Did it for the money, rings? Should I be who you want me to be? Should I accept my role as a villain? Maybe I should just disappear. Should I stop listening to my friends? They're my friends. Should I try acting?
It's got to deal with the heat, man. Be patient. After a while, the temperature drops, and then everything is free and easy.
Should I be writing this down?
Uh-huh.
Should I make you laugh?
Should I read you a soulful poem? Shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. But still, like air, I'll rise.
Or should we just clear the decks and start over? Coming through here! What should I do? Should I be who you want me to be?
Hearing that, and we all hearing the feedback, what do you all think about the commercial? Do you think it's negative for LeBron James or whatnot? What do you think?
I think it was genius. The ad agency, whoever made the commercial for LeBron is genius just because of how his image is taking so many shots this year. It seems like everybody had their input on what he should have done in order as far as announcing where he should go. Should he have stayed in Cleveland? Should he have gone to Miami? Everyone had their input on he shouldn't have done the show that he did. So I think him asking everybody, what should I do? I think that was a good question.
Second commercial for Nike this year, trying to rehabilitate somebody's image. It's a great commercial. Still falls number 2 behind Gatorade's G commercials. I mean, those are the best commercials. You had people on like Jordan, some little light-skinned dude, I don't know. But I didn't know what it was. All I saw, that's G. I'm like, oh, what is that? I thought it was something new. Did you know it was Gatorade at first? Tell the truth.
Nah, I didn't.
Exactly, that's why it's not better.
But still, though, you didn't like the I'm not a role model, Barkley, and eating a donut, because, Barkley loves Krispy Kreme donuts. You didn't think that was genius? I thought that was hilarious.
Well, black people are struggling with diabetes, as Barkley said. No. America in general, it's a struggle. Obesity, diabetes. I don't think that was a good shot.
It's not a struggle with me.
Check the website. You can see his picture. But right now, actually, America is third behind India and China when it comes to diabetes. So I think it's just, why eat the donut? We knew what you were talking about. we knew what you were talking about as far as the whole role model thing goes. So I think that was a unfortunate shot. But the commercial was genius. Number 2 in the BCS behind Gatorade's G commercials. But let's move on, guys. Let's wrap this thing up because we want to finish watching this game. What do you think of some of the big games besides the Heat and Celtics, which we're watching now? Washington, Orlando, Houston, Lakers, Chicago, Oklahoma. Let's make our picks.
I'm going to go with Orlando to beat the Washington Wizards. I'm going to go with hey, I'm being,
being real.
Just being as real as I could be. I think because the Celtics are up on the Heat by 15 right now, I'm going to go with the Celtics.
Down count. We